from Bradley University.
Good morning, everyone.
However, Dr. Bakken, it's night for some of the students and most of the students whom we are going to talk to.
Oh, in that case, good evening.
Good evening. Today we have our webinar on why should I choose Bradley. With me, I have Dr. Jeff Bakken, who's Associate Provost of Research and Dean of Graduate School and Professor of Special Education. I'm really happy Dr. Bakken is here to answer some of our questions, as well as share some of the special experience you're going to have.
Absolutely.
So Dr. Bakken, starting with most of the students whom we have admitted and they have not accepted the application, accepted the admission. However, they have lots of questions about why should I choose Bradley.
Okay.
We can go and start with Bradley's location and about Peoria. You've been living, yeah?
Sure. Bradley is located in the central part of Illinois. So we're about 3 hours south of Chicago. And for most of you, the students, you will actually fly into Chicago. And one thing is it's very convenient to get to Bradley University. So when you fly into Chicago, you'll actually go through customs. Once you get through customs and get your bags, you'll go outside, and there will be a bus there. And a bus will actually bring you right to campus, drop you off right at our student center. So in regards to getting here, it's very convenient, and we can help you, and we work with you in regards to making sure that you get here okay and that there's someone here to pick you up.
Great question. And we have a good Facebook group, students. We have a strong WhatsApp group now. We have more than 200 students. Students were asking about, hey, this is a big group. You're going to start a second group because if it's more than 250, we have to have a second group. What they are discussing is, why should I choose Bradley? That has been a common question. I have admitted in different schools, comparing themselves with other schools. They said, why should I choose Bradley? I've been telling them it's difficult to compare each institution because every institution has their advantages and their strengths. And as Bradley has lots of strengths, Dr. Bakken, in your opinion, why should they choose Bradley?
Well, first of all, I think that you need to, again, I think it's smart for you to look at different places, and it's smart for you to shop around. But we are very, for one thing, we're very student focused. So once you're admitted and once you tell us you're coming, we're going to help you with travel plans. We're going to help you with maybe traveling with a group. So you're not coming by yourself. You're going to get picked up. We're going to help you with housing. Many institutions do not do that. So getting here, you can be rest assured that you're going to have help to get here, and your parents hopefully will feel more comfortable about it, as will you. Now, once you get here, we'll have a campus orientation for you. You'll meet with your program coordinators right away to start scheduling your classes, and we'll even take you out to lunch. We have a lot of events planned. But our institution on a whole, things you should think about, is there student research? Student research is very heavily focused on this campus. You don't have to do it, but if you really want to set yourself apart, you have a lot of opportunities here. Everyone who graduates is going to get a degree, but many employers look for what's going to set you apart from doing, what's going to set you apart from just your degree. So one thing is student research. We also have internships available. So a lot of our students do internships. That sets them apart. Also, our placement rate. At the graduate level, it's 99%, our placement rate for our students. So those are all very good statistics that favor you as a student. So when you're looking at other institutions, see how easy is it to get interested in research. See what's their placement rate. Is there someone that helps you on campus with internships? We also have tuition scholarships available. So not many institutions offer that. And you can get one on your admittance. It would be in your letter. Or if you don't get one, you can actually earn one while you're here. And every semester that you have good grades, you get that discount off your tuition.
I think that's a really, really valuable point for them, looking into the placement rate, looking into the career options for future, looking into the faculty members who they have to do research with, or they can choose a comprehensive exam route. looking into the facilities Bradley can offer, a comprehensive university. You can walk across a university in 15 minutes. You don't have to take a bus. You have a health center. Everything put together, there's one main thing which difference other institution for Bradley is communication, which students have experienced. Most of the people in WhatsApp would agree with us. They're getting answers within 24 hours from our office. They're getting feedback within a week, like I-20 informations, express deliveries, and thing. And probably they should compare those things if other institutions are willing to do those kind of communications, instant feedback, response, hand-holding things. So we are doing more than what other institution can do, and that gives them like home for them, like home institution. As you're not away from your home when you come to Bradley, these are the support we provide. Apart from a research, what we do is we help you with we have an employment workshop. We have immigration workshop. An attorney talks about H-1B, and he talks about F-1, he talks about OPT, he talks about CPT, and then we have our PDSO who really helps all the students on daily basis on all these questions. We have seen many institutions personally telling, some of my close friends, when they go and approach the institutions for an immigration details, it takes more than 2 weeks for them to get an answer. That's what is important for the students, looking into all this aspect and the personal communication, personal support they get in Bradley University.
And one thing I totally forgot that you mentioned was our campus, the size of our campus. So you want to really look at what size. Some universities are so small, they're just in a big building. Others are so large that you can't walk across it. You actually have to take a bus to class. Those universities with 40, 50, 60,000 students, and many times the students aren't really a priority. It's, the professors, you don't get to interact with your professors often. But that's not the case for all universities. But one thing that's distinct about Bradley is, just like Shabeer said, is one thing, you can walk across campus in 10 to 15 minutes. So it's a very tight-knit community. Professors are very accessible. Class sizes are small. So typically 16 students to a professor, depending on your major area. So you can access your professor. They know your name. You can go talk to them in their office, which is critical for your success. And then if you're worried about safety, some of our buildings are open. Our library is open till I think 2 in the morning every night. Our engineering buildings open 24 hours a day. So students can go in and they're working on labs and working on projects. But we have a service on campus here where students can just call and they can get picked up by the police department, a cruiser, and it takes you right to your house. So you don't have to worry about walking late at night or early in the morning. There's someone there and they can take you, and it'll be safe. So that's another thing you want to look at is what's the campus like and how safe is it, and how comfortable am I going to feel? Some people like big universities. If you like a smaller, mid-sized university, and we have about 5,000 students, about 900 graduate students, and the rest are undergrads. But it's a very, a lot of people say it's kind of like a close-knit family, and we want you to be successful. So we're here to help you along the way. Your coordinators are here to help you. We're here to give you great opportunities and be very successful. We want you to get jobs. So we're trying to do the best we can to prepare you for when you graduate.
I understand that because they have experiences that they have when they applied, how quick they got the feedback, how quick we were responsive, the emails we sent them, the admission letters you personally sent it to their parents as well as to them. It was very quick. However, there are some of the students who say, hey, I didn't get my I-20, I didn't get my, because probably we didn't get the proper documents to work you with. Once we have the proper documents, appropriate documents, and with the accuracy of the documents, I think we work pretty quick for them. Those are the questions they normally ask. Hey, I didn't get it, my friend got it. Probably your friend has sent all the appropriate documents, which was easy for us to verify, evaluate, and give you the feedback within 2 to 3 weeks. And most of the institutions take more than 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, the biggest thing that students forget is their financial documents. That's one of the reasons the I-20 is held up. Once you get your documents to us and we can verify everything, we get it out immediately and get that to you. So in your letter, it'll say if you're missing something or if we need something. We need to have all your documents before we send you an I-20.
Absolutely. So that's what we do. We prepare your I-20 and we also give you 24 hours so that you can choose, do you want a regular mail or do you want an express mail? Again, that's one more benefit for the students to get, hey, how accurate the universities, how quick they are. So if you pass the 24 hours, even though we send a regular mail, but then you can email us and say, hey, we want our express delivery. And we said, okay, we will help you out with that. We do that as well, most of the students, because we want to make sure that your address is right. Some of you guys have given your consultancy addresses. So you want to check that as well, so that it's not delivered in your consultancy's office or somewhere else. So I would say check your address before you give us the I-20 if you request for an I-20. So all this includes that how quick we are, how communicative we are, how quick responded university we are for you guys to choose from. Apart from the criteria for you guys is to career orientation, which is important long term, what you're thinking when you come to Bradley versus other universities. We have seen as placement rate is 99%, and most of the students graduate between 20 to 24 months. That's one more unique thing. Some of the students prolong between 24 months to 30 months in other universities as well. We have seen our graduation rate is really high as well. We are having a graduation class of 250 this May, Dr. Bakken.
Absolutely. It's our largest class ever.
Absolutely. Then the other question is on-campus jobs. Yes, on-campus jobs are competitive. However, when so many students are graduating, there are high chances people who are coming in fall have an opportunity to work on campus. That's really, really high chances for them as well. And after completing 1 year, you have a chance of doing your CPT as a summer internship as well.
There are also graduate assistant opportunities. So if you come here and it's not very typical that a first semester student gets a graduate assistantship, but after your first semester, if you work hard, do well in your classes, a lot of students volunteer and do research work with professors, then you'll be eligible for a graduate assistantship. And you can either get a half-time for 10 hours a week or a full-time for 20 hours a week. And with that, you get a stipend, and then you also get a reduction in your tuition. Half-time would be 50% reduction. If you had a full-time graduate assistant, your entire tuition would be covered.
Oh, then Caterpillar Fellowship, if you have a really good research project and your faculty member are ready to support you, and they say, I'm ready to help you guys, Caterpillar Fellowship is 100% for the students. We have students who apply for Caterpillar Fellowship as well. And graduate school supports all the students, all these activities. We accept recommendations from faculty members. And these are all research oriented for you guys. And there's one question, what is my job opportunity after I complete mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or industrial engineering? These questions normally crop up. I would say, as we said, placement rate is 99%. That means either students are going for a doctoral program or higher education, or students are working in industries. Our electrical engineering students, most of them, for an example, 2015, 6 of them graduated in the month of May, spring 2015. 4 of them have been working in Caterpillar since then. That's a really good statistics for students. And 2 of them have moved out of Peoria. They have gone to other industries in outside Peoria, outside Illinois. That's one example on electrical engineering. As well as mechanical engineering, students normally go to Michigan, students go to Dallas. There's a huge opportunity for the students as well. Industrial engineering is in top 10 in the US. Bradley's industrial engineering program, we started long back. So some students have worked in Google after completing industrial engineering. We have an alum who works in Google as well. So we have huge opportunities. One of the industrial engineering students from China currently works with Apple as an intern. So what more example can we give our engineering students, our computer science students? These are so many career opportunities you can choose from when you come into Bradley University. Normally they talk about, how should I pay my tuition fees? Can I pay from India, or can I pay from China or any part of the world? You don't have to pay anything currently. You have to come here to Bradley University, complete the orientation, meet with your faculty advisor, then you can register for your courses, then you can pay your fees. It's a simple process. You don't have to worry about anything now. You just need to worry about your visa. I don't think it's worry as well, because if you have all the documents and an I-20 from Bradley University, I think you can easily get a visa to Bradley University. So there's no problem. You just need to worry about the visa timelines and visa interview dates. That's the only challenge they're going to face. I don't think they have any other challenges after that. And because we have a WhatsApp group, we have a Facebook group, you guys can join as a group and go to a travel agent to book your flight tickets, which could be economical for you as well. That's why we started this group. I think most of the other universities come back to and say, can you help us set up a WhatsApp group? Can you help us set up a Facebook group? Because they know how responsive we are to you guys. And there was one more question. Will the student get supported when they come to Bradley? Like you said, Dr. Bakken, in the beginning, we'll pick them up once they come into Bradley. They say, where will I stay? Is it comfortable weather in August? Those kind of questions. What do you think about it, Dr. Bakken?
Well, in August, it's probably similar. If you're coming from India, it's similar to Indian weather a lot of times. It's very warm and hot. It can be humid, but a lot of students actually come and have housing already picked out. So we try to coordinate that so we can take you right to your house right away. For those students that don't, the people who pick you up put you up in their house and where they live for 3 to 4 days, and then in that time frame, we find housing for you. So rest assured, we have been doing this for 3 years, and we have taken in hundreds of students, and we have never not found a place for them to stay. We've been very successful. We work with landlords. We work with former students. We work with current students if they have spots open in their house. So we have a large network in place to place students. And students will be maybe 2-3 blocks away from campus. So easy walking for them, very close, makes campus very accessible.
We were talking about the weather. Dr. Bakken comes in a wonderful bike.
Yes, I do.
So probably when you come, you can see his bike, because in August, he comes from August to December, I think, he comes in a bike. You can see how the weather would be. So that's what normally students ask about, like, okay, what is the support? And then we have a voluntary group, which normally picks you guys from the Student Center of Bradley University, take you guys home, make you comfortable. After 3 to 4 days, they help you make sure that you have a house to stay. And otherwise, you can personally come down to graduate school. You can meet one of us, and we'll make sure that you have been supported all along when you come here to settle down. And as we said, for visa interview, you have full support. We have all the real-time F1 questions on our webpage as well. And students were asking about insurance as well. Can I take it from India, or do I have to consider coming to the US and taking? It's your choice. We have posted 3 options. Again, you can go with a Bradley-based insurance policy, or you can take it from your home country before you leave, or you can come here before a week before your orientation. You can register here. You can take an online insurance. All the 3 options are posted in our website. You can choose in our website, in the WhatsApp group links, as well as in Facebook group as well. So you can choose. You can say, okay, I don't want to take in India, I want to come here, or I don't want to take in China, I can come here and take it in the US. Or I would say I want to take it from a home country, or I say I want to go with Bradley University based insurance. It's based on your choice. I think that's one more benefit Bradley offers, is like you can choose. Most of the universities, they have asked the students to choose, not to choose, to take the insurance they have. So we give you lots of options as well.
But you have to have insurance.
Absolutely.
It's critical. Otherwise, you won't be able to register, and you'll have holds placed until you do get that insurance. So it's real critical that you have something in place.
And as well as, you don't have to send us any original documents. Now you have been admitted. Keep all your original documents. When you come to Bradley University orientation, the fall orientation in August, so you can bring your all original documents, and we'll take it from you. You don't have to courier. Even if your consultancy people says, hey, I'm going to take my original, they'll understand that, because you don't have to waste money as well. Your focus all should be on your final semesters, exams, people who have not completed their graduation in India or China and anywhere. And you have to focus on going to an interview and getting your F1 visa. Those are the 2 main criteria. However, for us, you need to accept the admission so that we can register, we can keep a spot for you. Because we need to know that you're coming. The department should be able to prepare a program of study for you guys. So that I would say accept your admission. That's really, really important.
Yep. If you don't accept, if we don't know you're coming and you just show up, you might not have a seat in classes or have classes available. So it's real critical that you let us know you're coming, and so we can make sure that you have classes to take when you get here.
Absolutely. because we don't want you to be in the waiting list and say, I prefer these two courses, but I'm in the waiting list, because your friends might have said, I'm coming, please block those seats. So I would say, please accept the form. And as well as once you finish your visas, complete your travel details in the Google Doc or in the acceptance form, so that we know you're coming and we can help you in your housing arrangements and pickup arrangements as well. It's fun to be in Bradley. Why fun? Dr. Bakken is going to tell about what are the activities we are doing in whole March and April. The speaker program, the riverboat, India night. Dr. Bakken, you were there in India night.
I was at India night. It was delicious food and dancing and the different clothing that individuals wore. We do have some events for students. In the fall, there's a Chicago trip. So you can take a bus up to Chicago and spend a day in Chicago. We have the Indian Student Association. They put on an event where there's cultural activities, singing, dancing, awards, food, an absolutely wonderful time. We also have a speaker series. So every spring there's a speaker. This year it's on stress management. So there'll be a workshop and open to all graduate students. Also coming up, we have next weekend is a riverboat cruise. So in Peoria, we're right on the river, and there's a boat with a paddle wheel on the back that powers it. And we'll be having a boat trip. There'll be music, and there'll also be food there. So we try to provide opportunities, not just academically, but socially as well, to get you kind of acclimated to the area and have some fun as well.
Well, that's really good. So there is I couldn't say work, study, fun examples. They can study as well, have their career. You guys also have fun as well. I think I'm really excited. If I want to start my bachelor's again or my master's, I could do it again in Bradley University, because so much fun here. But not only that, the fun is to relax you, make you stress-free from your education, and so that you can concentrate on your education as well as career path, as well as your life is managed between both the things. And Dr. Bakken's son as well as studies in Bradley, so he enjoys here. It's personal experience. So we give you real-time experience what you can do in Bradley. And we have BU night every month, so you can enjoy that as well. And when you come in fall, we will have a Taste of Bradley event as well, so they can see lots of different restaurants from Peoria area. So it's going to be education, career planning, and fun in Bradley. So everything covered for you guys. You're not going to miss your home, because your friends are here already. And we are here to take care of you. And we were talking about all these things. The students have started asking questions. What is the ranking of Bradley for engineering college? Dr. Bakken.
Well, the engineering college is ranked in the top 35 in the country. So a very, very strong engineering program. And actually that's what we're known for, is engineering. So excellent programs, excellent internships, professors, research, very, very strong college.
Awesome. That's one part of engineering. We have computer science, computer information system as well. Our web design is in the top 25 program, web application and web design in the United States. And so you can see the research activities or accreditations or ranking in the Bradley website as well, so that you know it's real proof. We have everything with the logos and everything, so that, oh, it's top school, we can go and study there, make a career path very stronger. So you get all-rounded support as well for the students. So there is one more question for the students. They're asking, is it compulsory I have to complete the acceptance form? That's what they're asking. Because they're saying, oh, I know I'm going to come to Bradley, but do I have to complete the acceptance form?
Well, you certainly should. We don't mandate it. But again, if you want to make sure that we know you're coming, so that we have housing for you, so that we have classes available for you, I would recommend filling out the form.
That's a really good example for the students to talk about. And we didn't mention one more thing. We had the Research Expo last week. It's a gala. It's the biggest event in Bradley's history, probably. That's what they were talking about. Like more than 250 research posters and research activities.
Well, there were 210 posters.
Wow.
Over 350 students participated at the undergraduate and at the graduate levels. So it was our largest event ever.
Wow. Dr. Bakken conducts all these activities because he's the associate provost of research. So we have seen giving awards to all these students, the graduate students especially, getting in civil engineering, industrial engineering, computer science, doctoral physical therapy programs, education programs. It was really, really a big event. I was really like, oh, this research event is something like equivalent to all the research institutions or universities in United States. It was like, this is one of the big event we had. So we're going to post those information as well, so that you guys can go look into the posters, what happened. Probably you'll have some interesting things. Oh, I'm doing this research in this area, so they're doing those research in Bradley as well. So you can just find out the common things between you and Bradley. That's one more thing you need to look into universities. What are you doing and what is common with Bradley, so that you can improve your skills, you can improve your research as well. And share, a couple of students came by last week and said, we got the doctoral program. They've been accepted in 2 different institutions. That talks about our career strength of Bradley University. That's really real type information. They just came in and said they were really happy that they got a doctoral program. So it's fully based on research, education, as well as lots of fun in Bradley University. It's everything put together. You're going to feel as home in Bradley. And how about after completing, you have job placements. We have Smith Career Center to help you with resume, internships, and we have our multicultural office to help you with your immigration, F1 status, H1Bs, and extension of OPTs and guidelines on CPTs. We help you in every aspect. So Dr. Bakken, any few words you have to tell them or anything you want to share with them?
Well, I just think that in addition to the job placement, we also have a big job fair every semester and a big internship fair every semester. So as you look at institutions, I'm not sure you're going to find any other institutions that offer as much on a whole spectrum for students as we do. In regards to it, obviously academics is number one, but we also have all sorts of things in regards to getting you accustomed to the culture, getting you things that are fun, things on campus and off campus in the community, and then looking at long term, what are you going to do when you're done? Well, we have a direct service to help students find jobs, to find internships. So we are really student focused, and that's our emphasis here, is to help students get a great education, great opportunities, and get great jobs. I just hope that you choose us, because we'd really like to have you here on campus. And if you do choose us, you're going to have a great educational, social, overall experience on campus.
Wow. We thought we finished. We have started getting questions.
Okay.
We want to say thank you, but they said, no, you don't have to say thank you, because we like you. We want to ask you questions. I have finished my last semester. I have finished with all my semester, but I have left with last semester. So should I take my visa appointment? Absolutely. Fix your visa appointment. We have given you the I-20. We have given you admission based on your semester 6 or semester 7. The visa counselors know that they are going to complete your graduation. You're going to come to Bradley University. We have admitted based on your based on your credits, based on your GPA. They know that we have selected a right candidate. So you don't have to hesitate. Based on your 7th semester, if you have been admitted, go ahead and book a visa appointment, probably in the month of June or July, so that you don't have to have 2 pressures at the same time. Finish your final exams, prepare for your interview, collect all the documents. You can do your interview, F1 interview as well. And we haven't seen rejection rate. Our rejection rate is out of 100 students, only 1 student rejected in last spring. 2 students were rejected in fall. To be real answer for this question, because they didn't have proper financial documents. They were not denied because of Bradley's I-20. They didn't have proper financial documents. That's the only question the visa counselor asked. So I would say have proper documents. That's really important. Be transparent, be honest when you answer the questions, so that you can really get your visa done on time. That's one question. And they were talking about job opportunities. You're talking only about engineering students. They say, what about computer science and computer information system?
All of our graduates get jobs. Computer science, we have students working in New York, California, Texas, Peoria. Again, one thing that our professors here have have connections in the community. So they've worked with companies, they've worked with other institutions. So all of our students get jobs. Business, those students get jobs. Computer science, the sciences, chemistry, biochemistry, biology, 99% either get jobs or go on for an advanced degree, a PhD. So it really does not matter what discipline, what area of discipline you're in. The odds are we have a great reputation. Employers come looking for our graduates because our graduates go out there and do a wonderful job. In the Midwest, which is the central part of the United States, our university is actually ranked 4th in the entire Midwest, which is about 8 to 10 states. So our reputation is very strong, and employers come looking for our graduates.
Can you please detail more about housing availabilities in the Bradley University? As most of the graduate students, you guys are considered as mature students. So you don't live inside the campus, but just outside, probably 20 to 30 feet away from the university. It's probably just you cross the road, all the graduate students live less than 100 meters, I could say, outside.
Well, they all don't live there because we can't put them all. All of them will live within a couple blocks.
Yes.
So 2 or 3 blocks. And you would live typically in a house and share the house with, depending on the size of the house, you might have 4 roommates, 5, 6, 7 roommates. So you're not going to be alone unless you choose to be alone. Most students come and want to be with other students and want to share housing. And that's what they're houses that are for rent. And then we help you find you become a tenant in the house.
Absolutely. So that means you can just come into the institution, into your class within 5 to 10 minutes. Maximum is, if you're lazy, 20 minutes.
I suppose.
So that's what we talk about. So now people have started questioning about individual departments and civil engineering, computer science. The acceptance rates in Bradley is like if you have all the documents and proper GPA. I would say backlogs you need to look into. People normally ask, I have 20 backlogs. I would say, please look into other institutions as well, because we want you to have a quality education in Bradley. We want quality students as well. So it's each individual department is totally different for acceptance rate. But I would say the acceptance rate is more than 80%, Dr. Bakken, when they have all these appropriate qualities.
It's probably about 70% or so, if they meet all the requirements and have all their paperwork in.
And I think as quality is really high, you have a really good GRE. When we say good GRE is more than 290 and 295 and above, you have a good quant score if you want to go to engineering or computer science stream. I think the acceptance is really high. It changes. We cannot say just based on numbers, because there's so many students applying, and if you have right quality and right GPA, like test scores, your acceptance rate is 100%. So that's what we want to talk about. Can we get part-time jobs in Bradley universities? I said, yes, indeed. That's what I said. Most of the students are going to graduate in the month of May. Close to 250 people have applied for graduation. So when you come in fall, after orientation, after you register for your classes, after you become a proper student of Bradley University, then you can start into on-campus jobs. There are lots of on-campus jobs. It's competitive. First come, first serve. Sometimes based on your experience and your skills, there are availabilities. But some students, they say they don't search for it and then say we don't have on-campus jobs. Probably it has moved like close to 90 students work inside the campus, the graduate students. That means either dining services or marketing centers, or health centers, or with our departments. They work everywhere, or custodial. So it's like there are opportunities, but it's your skills, how you're going to search, it's very important. And the next question is, how many days prior orientation should I take my visa appointment? I would say most of you should be able to complete your visa interview and appointment by June or end of June, or probably beginning of July. You should at least keep 4 weeks, because it's not easy. Your parents have to plan for your travel. You have to book tickets, so that you also look into at least come a week before the orientation. If the orientation in August 15, 16, 17, that's the date you're looking for, probably you should come into Peoria or come into Bradley by, latest by August 10th, because you have to find your houses, you have to look into the campus so that you could talk to us and we could help you. You have to prepare for your insurance as well. You have to take an insurance so that you can settle down. At least a week before the orientation would really, really help for us. However, there are exceptional cases where we say, hey, I have some medical emergency. I can only come on 15th or 16th. Probably every semester we get 3 to 5 students. Where there's exceptional cases, we do accommodate them as well. But however, 95% of the students, they come a week before because they want to experience Peoria. They want to talk to their friends. They want to talk to their seniors, as they say, current students who are studying, and they want to talk to the ISA members, Chinese community members, Middle East engineering groups. They want to look into what's happening. It's always benefit if you come a week earlier. So those are the questions we had. Like, it's a good, I think we had more questions this seminar.
Yes, very good.
Absolutely.
I'm glad they're thinking.
Absolutely.
I'm glad they're thinking about stuff.
I would say education is your choice. When you make a decision, it's my personal opinion, go into all these things which we mentioned. And personal communication and personal touch, add that to your list as well. How well we are responding to your questions, how well we are communicating to you, how well we are providing service to you. That's one more thing you need to look into that. Because most of the time, students normally take a decision based on, senior. That's really good. But however, you're going to make a decision on your own. And then you need to talk to your parents as well. They are the next decision makers when you're going to come. And some students also take from consultancy. And most of the consultancies, I would say with respect, they don't know what's happening in the US institutions. They only know because they hear from their students whom they have sent to United States. I would say if you want to have a good experience, talk to Bradley University and talk to other institution applied, and then take a decision on that. I would say we get more than 150 to 200 students come in a year to study in Bradley, new students, and that's really, they have really good experience, and our graduation rate is as high as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email one of us, because Bradley, we normally prefer one point of contact so that we can give you right answers to that, instead of right accurate answer to you guys, and guide you well as well. So normally students email 5 to 6 different people. I would say keep one point of contact and follow up with them, or we will follow up with you as well. That's different in Bradley University. You have seen, some of you who are listening to our discussions and things, you might have seen a call from me or a call from our office, so that we want to clarify your doubts and we want to make sure that you are very, very comfortable. And the questions are not over. They're still asking it. Do we have a fitness center for Bradley?
Oh, absolutely. We have it's called the Markin Center, and it's open from 6 a.m. to midnight, and it's for students. It was built specifically for students. It's only a couple of years old. It has a swimming pool, a track, basketball. Students play badminton. Sometimes they actually play cricket inside. There's weights, there's running, there's classes, there's a rock climbing wall. I could go on. There's a juice bar. I could go on and on. The students love it. It's a time to kind of relieve some stress and stay fit. And there are also what are called intramurals. So you can join teams and play on teams against each other, against other students for exercise. So there's basketball and softball and baseball and you name it. It's a wonderful center just made for students.
Awesome. So some of the questions are more individualized questions. I would say we will take it offline so that we could answer. We have great dorm where you can. We have a big canteens, so you guys can come and eat American food as well. It's very economical for the students if you want to eat. But most of the international students or graduate students, they cook at home or they eat, and they normally ask, "Do we have Asian cuisine?" Yes, indeed. We have Indian restaurants, we have Asian restaurants, we have Vietnamese restaurants, we have Middle East restaurants. Do we have grocery stores? Do we need to bring rice or spices? No, you don't have to bring those things. You can get everything in Peoria. It's the same cost as well. Probably you can compare it online. If you go online and look into the cost, I'm going to say it's similar to what we buy in India, China, and anywhere, even though the exchange rate is different. We have 2 grocery stores for Chinese students. Within 4 miles, we have a big Chinese grocery store. We have Indian grocery stores within 7 to 8 miles, 2 Indian grocery stores. So you can go. We have within the same proximity, we have Indian restaurants, Chinese restaurants, we have Middle Eastern restaurants as well. So everything in a straight line. You just take one bus and just pay $1, and you can go to these spots. So you don't have to bring that. And there are so many different students. We get around more than 42 country students studying in Bradley. So that's again a real experience for you guys. I think now we could, say thank you to you for listening us. I know it's not late night; it's around 8:39 in most of the countries, and could be 10 in some countries. But I'm really, really thankful to Dr. Bakken on a Monday morning, coming out on his busy schedule with research activities going on and other admission, and sharing his own experience and sharing his bike experience as well. We are really happy. You guys come and see his bike. It's wonderful. So thank you so much. When you're considering making a decision, most of you have made a decision. You can look into these activities as well. And if you have any individual questions, please feel free to email me as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. And again, we're here to help you, to kind of serve you and work with you. So if you have any hesitation about maybe not coming, please contact us with any questions, and we can try to assure you that we are going to be here to help you, to support you, and that it's a really good environment for you.
Absolutely. Don't feel shy, or don't keep your doubts. The biggest challenge the students face is keeping the doubts to themselves. Feel free to talk to us. We are here to help you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.